Anthony Grasso here, bringing you financial news you can use. In this video, I'm going to go over and examine Apple, if it's a buy, hold, or sell recommendation from me. I will look at what Apple is doing right now and in the previous couple quarters and see what the experts say and give it my grade from a buy, hold, or sell. So let's get right into it. Last month, we also saw Apple shares jump into record high territory amid reports of strong holiday sales. But with the pullback in Apple's stock, many investors are wondering, is Apple at the right time to buy right now? Well, let's get right into it. We all know that Apple has been an American success story several times over. First, it reignited the personal computer revolution back in the 1970s with the Apple II. Then it reinvented the PC in the 1980s with the Macintosh. The biggest driver of Apple's modern success, as we all know, is the iPhone. That was the game-changer smartphone, which debuted back in 2007, sparked years of massive growth and created a loyal base of customers willing to buy Apple products and services and wait overnight, weeks on end, in the rain, cold, or sleet to pick up their iPhones. But iPhone sales have slowed recently as users hold on to their handsets for longer than a period between the upgrades. If you're like me, I keep this phone. This is just a Galaxy, and I've had it since 4 years ago, so I've definitely been holding on to my phone. Now, however, the company could see be in the early stages of a major upgrade cycle with its first 5G phone. This is not a 5G phone, this is a 4G phone, so there might be a lot of people going from that 4G phone to their next 5G phone. So let's see about that. So sales reports have been positive for the iPhone 12 series, especially the more expensive models. That news has lifted Apple stock recently. Now let's go back to the last few months to see what Apple has been doing. So Apple debuted its iPhone 12 along with the HomePod mini smart speaker at an online event on October 13th. Now, however, investors were unimpressed with that news, and Apple stock fell about 2.7% the day the iPhone 12 debuted. It was Wall Street's worst reception ever to an iPhone launch ever in Apple's history. On November 10th, the company introduced its first Mac computers running Apple-designed processors instead of the chips from Intel. That was great news. Apple showed off 2 notebook computers and 1 desktop computer running its M1 chip. Now, that M1 chip delivers 3.5 times faster central processing unit performance than the Intel-based Macs. The chip boosts its 6 times faster graphics processor unit performance, is also much more power efficient, but somehow the stock dipped 0.3% the day of the news. You know, go figure, right? So where is Apple's opportunities for growth right now? Now, the iPhone growth is now slowing. Us investors are wondering where the next big growth for Apple stock will be. Lately, 2 businesses have given Apple's sales and profits a boost: its services and its wearables. Let's bring up their website right now. So as you can see here, they have the MacBook Air, they have music, TV, watch, iPhone, iPad, support, music. It's they definitely have a bunch of things, and their services and wearables. I mean, that's a big that's a big market. In September quarter alone, Apple services revenue rose 16% to $14.5 billion. Services include the Apple Store, Apple Care, iCloud, Apple Pay, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and other offerings. However, Apple is facing antitrust scrutiny right now, both in the United States and Europe, for its App Store policies, which included the 30% commission fee. Now, Apple cut that commission fee down to 15% for small developers, possibly to appease regulators in both the US and Europe. But Apple trended down in the days after that news happened in November. Now, meanwhile, Apple's wearables, home, and accessories unit saw sales increase 21% in the September quarter. This unit includes wearables like the Apple Watch, the AirPods, wireless earbuds, and Beats headphones. It also contains the Apple HomePod wireless speaker and other miscellaneous gadgets. So on December 8th, Apple introduced premium over-ear headphones called the AirPods Max. Now let's bring up what the stock is kind of doing right now. Today it kind of dipped 2%, but let's go a little bit historically over the past couple months on what's happened over the past 2 quarters. Now, Apple's earnings, it earned 73 cents a share on the sales of $64.7 billion in its fiscal 4th quarter ended September 26. Analysts did predict earnings of 70 cents a share on sales of $63.7 billion. On a year-over-year basis, Apple's earnings fell about 4% while sales rose about 1%. In the September quarter, iPhone sales fell 21% to 26.4 billion, but some bullish Apple analysts said the big drop in iPhone revenue was simply a pause in consumer purchases ahead of the super cycle of upgrade activity related to the iPhone 12, and I agree with that. I think they're waiting for that 5G phone to come out before they start spending money with Apple. Meanwhile, Mac sales surged 29% to $9 billion, and iPad tablets jumped 46% to 6.8 billion. The work from home and school at home trends have given the COVID-19 pandemic fueled the gains in both product categories alone. Apple did not issue guidance for its December quarter, citing market uncertainties related to the coronavirus pandemic, but they've been doing pretty good since the beginning of the coronavirus. Right here back in March, as you can see here, that's when everything was shutting down, and they just saw a surge because everybody was purchasing everything they were needing from Apple, and then it's kind of like steadily rose right here and you know, hovered around the $122 mark, going up and down, up and down. So since the bounce back from the lows of the coronavirus stock, where the whole stock market right here just plummeted back in March, Apple stock has been outperforming the broader market alone, as you can see here. Now, Apple stock has a IBD relative strength rating of 82 out of 99. That puts it about the top 18% of stocks for performance over the past 12 months. Apple stock has an IBD composite rating of 87 out of 99, according to the IBD stock checkup tool. And IBD's composite rating combines 5 separate proprietary ratings of fundamental and technical performance into one easy use rating. The best growth stocks have a composite rating of 90 or better, so they're doing pretty good there. In August 2018, Apple became the first company to reach market value of over $1 trillion. Since it hit that milestone, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google have joined in the $1 trillion club. Apple stock has the first to gain a market value of over 1.5 trillion in early June. Amazon and Microsoft have since followed. On August 19th, Apple stocks became the first to reach a market cap of 2 trillion. Longtime Apple analyst Gene Munster, managing partner at Loop Ventures, said Apple stock could reach 3 trillion market cap sometime in the next decade. So let's look at some of the fundamentals of the financials. Okay, so they have a good earnings per share, and the projected earnings per share is about $4 for the fiscal year of 2021. But they've been actually mirroring almost identical what their estimated earnings per share has been. They have a solid income statement. They've increased their income over 2019 to 2021. The revenue is increased. The operating income is definitely increased. We have a solid balance sheet offering. So they have, they're just holding steady right here with their liabilities. They've increased it since 2017, but they're holding about steady. And their cash flow is positive, and whatnot. So let's go over here to see what the experts at Webull say is the projections. If I can bring it up, the projections. So Webull has it a buy right now with 50% saying a buy, 27% strong buy, 17% is a hold, 2.5% underperform, and 2.5% sell. The analyst targets are around, well, actually, they're currently at 129 the average, 160 high, 75 low, and its earnings per share is definitely increasing. It did take a dip in the first quarter of 2020, but then it came rounded the coronavirus curve and is projected Q1 to be positive. Now this gives me a good, based upon everything I know. Now, as you can see here, it took a dip today. The stock market just dived 2.3% for Apple. So there's going to be volatility. I'm a buy with Apple for 2021, regardless of the small volatility that you'll see. You might see it fluctuate back down to 110, but jump back up. But there is definitely going to be volatility with Apple stock coming into Q1 and Q2. And I'm thinking Q3, Q4, the volatility is going to subside. But what I would do right now is put Apple into your portfolio of stocks. I am a buy on Apple. Some investors are a sell, but Webull and a few other analysts are a buy. So that's what I recommend if you want to check out my other videos. Oh, and by the way, Apple is definitely want to get into the EV market. They announced that in 2024 they want to make EVs. So they want to compete with Tesla, Xpeng, and Neo and whatnot. So if you want to check out those videos, check the links above, and I'll be checking out with you on the next stock video. Slash that like button down below, and I'll be talking with you soon. Ciao.